mention anything about Taekwondo.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining for an hour-long flow. I have my husband here who's not being mindful right now to help with the demoing and practice with me. It's always nice to have somebody in real live life to practice with, and I don't feel so much like I'm talking to myself. So we're going to get started. So come down onto your backs and bring the soles of your feet to the earth. You can flip your palms up or keep them down, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Snuggle your shoulders down into the mat. Make your head heavy. Relax your jaw and your eyebrows. Your fingers and your toes. We'll start by taking a scan of the body. And in yoga, one of our most important things is being aware or noticing or observing with no attachments and no expectations. So go ahead and notice what you're feeling and where you're feeling it this morning. And we'll begin by deepening our breath. Filling up like a balloon on the inhalation. And emptying completely as you exhale. With each exhalation, give yourself permission to let go of tightness or tension or gripping somewhere. If there's an intention you have for today's practice, you can slide one hand to your heart, one hand just above your belly button, letting your elbows rest on the ground beside you. Call any intention or dedication to mind. And hold it with you, using it as an anchor as we move through our practice today. Let's seal it with a deep breath in and a full breath out. Do that one more time. Full breath in, complete breath out. And then gently start to bring both knees in towards your chest. Take some circles here, pressing your low back into the earth. Giving yourself a little massage. And then we'll drop just the left foot down to the ground. Your knee is going to be bent. Your right leg is going to go up to the sky. You can use the strap around the bottom of your foot if you'd like to, if you have a strap or a belt. Otherwise, you can interlace your fingers behind your thigh or even your calf or even your ankle if you're feeling stretchy today. Rotate your ankle around a little bit, point and flex, go in both directions. And then start to draw your toes in towards your face without pain, without muscling it to death, but instead looking for sensation, deep sensation. If you'd like to encourage more sensation, you can flex your foot, sending your heel higher to the sky, toes closer to your forehead. So put a nice flex in the foot. And then as you inhale, imagine that your leg is lengthening. And as you exhale, think about your toes coming closer to your forehead, even if they don't actually come closer. That's okay, just imagine. 3 more breaths like that, lengthening to inhale lengthen the muscles, exhaling to come deeper into the posture. And then we'll go right into a figure four. So take your right ankle over your left thigh. Take your right hand and push your right knee away from you. So you're making this figure four shape with your legs. For more intensity, start to draw the left knee in towards you, interlacing your fingers behind your thigh. You can come as close in as you'd like, but if this feels like too much intensity on your right hip, drop the foot down or somewhere in between. Nose faces the sky. Find your deep breathing. And as you're starting to think about that right hip softening a little bit, check in with the other parts of your body that you know hold tension. So that might be your shoulders or your jaw. Take 3 more breaths here. And then bring both feet down to the ground, soles of the feet down. We're going to scoot our hips over to the right, just a little bit. Scoot, scoot, and then drop both knees over to the left. Extend your right arm long, and go ahead and use your left hand. Maybe your left hand wants to press down a little bit on the right thigh for more intensity. You can also bring a block under your knees or a pillow under your knees for some support, or between your knees. Nose faces the sky again here. Think about lengthening your spine as you inhale, and then increasing the sensation as you exhale, dropping the right shoulder down. And then come back to a neutral spine. Plant the feet on the mat. Step your feet out nice and wide to the edge of the mat, and let your knees drop from one side to the other side, or in both directions. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So the right foot will plant, the left leg will come up, grab your strap, grab your belt, whatever it is you have. And I can already feel that this side's going to be a little tighter for me, so I might not take my arms up as high. So find out where you'd like to have your hands on your legs, flex the foot, and then think about creating sensation through the entire back of the leg. Every time you exhale, maybe you can come a little bit deeper into that lengthening. Figure four, crossing left ankle over right thigh. Establish that four shape with your legs, that figure four shape with your legs, and then draw the knee in or leave the foot down. You can take your hands through the opening of the figure four and interlace your fingers behind your thigh. Go ahead and drop your feet down. Both soles of the feet come to the earth. Scoot the hips this time a little over to the left, and we'll find a supine twist, dropping our knees to the right. Feel free to grab props. You don't have to have any particular props. Anything you have will work. Blankets, pillows, books. You'd be surprised at what you can make work. Bringing the knees back through center one last time. Pull the knees in, take your hands to your shins, take some circles here, go in both directions, rock side to side. And then slide your hands behind your thighs and take a rock up to a seated position, legs crossed at the top of the mat. If you're finding that your spine is rounding a little bit, you can place a blanket or a pillow or a block under your hips to help elongate your spine. Sit up tall and take your shoulders up and back away from your ears. And then drop your right hand down. Take your left arm up and over your head, side body stretch. Reach, 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 reach. Keep the left hip planted. And then come back through center. Let's do the other side. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to bend. Lengthening through the right side body. Come back to neutral. This time we'll take the soles of the feet together, making a diamond shape with your legs. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, take your right hand to your left knee and center your left hand behind your back. Rotate as you gaze over your back shoulder for 2 breaths. Other side, inhale to reach up. Left hand comes across to touch right knee. Right hand centers behind you. Come onto your spider fingers, the tips of your fingers as you rotate and look over your back shoulder. And then back to neutral. We're going to come onto our hands and knees, table pose. Go ahead and stack your joints as you come into table pose, bringing your knees right under your hips and take your shoulders right over your wrists. Start with some easy cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly down. Exhale to round the spine. Follow your breath. Take a few more rounds. If there's any other movement you like to take from table, some circles, or maybe moving back and forth, you can do that. And then we're going to find our child's pose, toes together, knees apart, hips to heels, reach out all the way in front of you, drop your forehead to the mat, tuck the chin in a little bit, and melt. Coming back up onto hands and knees, we're going to make our way into our first plank pose or supported plank. You can always drop your knees down to the mat if you'd like a little extra support here. So we're going to work on a little strength, effort, and ease at the same time. Round your back a little bit, pull your belly button in, draw your shoulder blades away from one another. Drop your hips. Next time you exhale, we're going to come to downward facing dog, hips face the sky. Inhale, let's roll forward into plank slowly with control. Use control, find stacking of joints. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do that twice more, rolling forward into plank. Use your breath. Exhale, come up. Let's do that one more time. Roll it forward like an ocean wave. Find your strong plank. Exhale, down dog. This time, pedal your feet out a little bit. Bend one knee as you press your opposite heel to the ground. Shake your head out. Spread your fingers wide. We'll find stillness here, coming into this V shape. Lift your tailbone up. And then heels drop down towards the mat. Start to walk your hands back. We're going to come into a forward fold, back of the mat. Bend into your knees. Take your Uttanasana shape. Opposite elbows rest in opposite hands. Let your head be heavy. Sway your weight from side to side and front to back until you find balance, equal distribution of your weight between both sides of your body. Inhale, reach all the way up, fingertips come all the way to the sky, palms together, and then bring your hands to your heart, mountain pose. Walk your feet right under your hips. Stand up tall, reach up to inhale, and as you exhale, swan dive down, reach for your toes. Inhale, lengthen halfway, flat back, long spine. Exhale to fold in half. Do that again with your breath. Inhale to come up, get tall. Exhale to dive down. Inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. Start walking your hands to the top of the mat. Find your plank pose. Hold it. If you're ready to flow, you can take half or full chaturanga, pulling the elbows into your ribs. Find your back bend. Flip your toes. And then as you exhale, make your way to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Right knee touches right elbow. Hover and hold it. Let's send it back again. Inhale. This time, knee's gonna come to nose, cheetah pose, round the spine. Send it back again. This time we'll take it across, knee to left elbow, twist. Hover, hold it. Send it back, inhale. Exhale, warrior one. Step your foot forward, plant your back foot, and rise. Take a moment to root your feet. Find equal distribution of weight between both feet. Next time you exhale, cactus your arms, open your chest. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, back bend. Cactus your arms, open your chest. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Take the arms back up to the top. Bring your hands together at your heart. We're going to step forward for chair pose. Left foot meets right. Come into your chair pose. Sit down. Take the arm variation that feels good for your shoulders. Shift your weight back into your heels. See if you can peel your toes from the mat for a second, and then drop the toes down. Exhale, straighten your knees, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's take a sun breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. Stepping back, high plank, find your high plank. And then decide how you'd like to get to down dog. You can take a float or you can come directly to down dog. You always have those options. From down dog, send your left leg high to the sky with control, lead with the heel. Left knee touches left elbow, hover. Send it back, inhale. Knee to nose. Send it back. Knee to right elbow, twist it out, send it back. Step it through, warrior one, rise. Take a breath in here. Take a moment to settle. Take a moment to focus your gaze. Cactus arms, exhale, open the heart. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, cactus. Do that one more time. Find your cactus arms. Send your arms up. Press into your feet. We're going to step forward for fierce pose, chair pose. Send your hips down and back. 3 breaths. Next time you breathe in, get a long spine. Exhale, straighten your knees forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. This time we're going to step just the left foot back. Come onto the ball of the left foot. Walk your right toes forward so your right knee is right over your right ankle. And you can bring blocks under your hands here or books. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toe, sweep up, low lunge, sliding your left hip to the top of the mat. Take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, little back bend. Open your heart, lift your chest. And then take your hands back up to the sky, back up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Reach forward, go as far as you can. We're going to twist to the right. So hook the left elbow to the outside of the thigh and then bring your thumbs to your breastbone. Rotate. If you want to tuck the back toe and lift the back knee, that's an option, or you can leave your back knee down. 3 breaths. Drop the hands down to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee if you're not already there. We're going to step back to down dog splits. Right leg's going to go high. Bend the right knee, open the right hip, over the left hip. Drop your right shoulder down. And then step through, we're going to come to warrior one. Come back up, reach up high. This time take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Send your fist down your back. Open your heart. Lift the chest. Long spine, humble warrior. Right shoulder drops down. You're You're going to send your gaze to your foot, your left foot. Drop your hands down to frame your front foot. Straighten your front knee. Step your back foot in about a third of the way. Pyramid pose. Lengthen your spine on the inhalation and fold on the exhalation. You can use props under your hands here. Let me get you a block. I only have one block. I don't know what the other block is. Here, we have a Taekwondo thing. There you go. See, you can use whatever you have. Does that work?
Yeah.
Great. One more breath in pyramid. And then you can take your left hand to the inside of your right foot or onto a block. We're going to come to revolve triangle. Think about keeping your back flat as you rotate your chest open. Peel the right arm up. 3 breaths. Twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more time, lengthen. And twist. Drop the hand down, standing splits, peel the back leg up. Keep a little micro bend in your standing knee and drop the crown of your head. Your hips are closed here. So the left hip will rotate down, right hip will rotate up. And then step your left foot to meet your right foot. Forward fold here. Taking gorilla pose, slide your hands under your feet. Palms and soles of the feet touch. You can bend your knees a ton to make this connection. You can bend your knees a whole lot, or you can straighten them. See if you can relax your head. Go ahead and release that bind. Keep a little soft bend in the knees as you come back up, reaching hands high. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Find Tadasana, find your mountain pose. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. This time step just the right foot back, coming onto the ball of the right foot. Walk the left foot forward, find your lunge, drop the back hip down. And then we'll drop the back knee and untuck the back toe. Send fingertips high to the sky, low lunge. Hands come behind the back. Interlace your fingers. Find that heart opener. Lift your chest. And then bring your hands back up. Take your palms to your heart. Reach forward and twist across your body. You can tuck the back toe and lift the back knee if you want to. And then come back to your low lunge, fingertips high, inhale. Exhale, float the hands down, frame the front foot. If your back knee's not already lifted, go ahead and lift it and step into down dog splits, left leg high to the sky. Bend your left knee, roll the left hip over the right hip. Hold this balance pose for just a moment. And then step it through. We're going to come back to warrior one. Rise up. Find the softness, find the breath. Hands come behind your back. Open your heart, lift your chest, long spine, humble warrior, posture of humility. Releasing whatever you need to release here. And then drop your hands down to frame your front foot. Straighten the front knee and bring the back foot in a little bit. Your feet are still going to be in 2 lanes of traffic. Rotate your chest over your front leg and fold into your pyramid pose. Little twist here, big twist here. Right hand to the inside of the left foot. You're going to start peeling the arm up. So I do like to use something under my bottom hand here. I'll use a bolster here because that's what I have. And then rotate open for 3 breaths. Both hands come down to the mat. Standing splits, peel the back leg up, lead with the heel, and drop the crown of your head. Hang heavy. All right?
Yeah.
Feet meet together at the top of the mat. Forward fold, forward fold. Take any arm variation you'd like. You can take gorilla, toe holds, ragdoll. Another one that I like is interlacing fingers behind the calves, bending into the elbows, drawing the nose closer to the knees. And then come all the way up to standing. Fingertips rise, palms together at the heart. Take a moment in Tadasana. Balance your weight, balance your breath. Close your eyes, check in, see how that movement felt. How did it feel? And then we're going to start by planting our left foot here and taking our right knee into our chest for stork pose. Find balance. And then we'll challenge ourselves by coming into warrior 2 from here. So with control, we'll step the right foot back and find warrior 2. So take a moment to rearrange your feet on the mat. Spark your fingertips out in both directions. And then bring your torso over the center of your body. Gazing over your left fingertips. Lift your front palm, come to your peaceful warrior. Keep your warrior 2 legs, 2 breaths. Extended side angle. Take your right arm up and over your head. You can rest your forearm on your thigh, or you can reach down for a block or your ankle. Really stretching through the right side body. Reach your right fingertips to the right wall, to the left wall rather. And then pull yourself back up, warrior 2. Straighten the front knee. Yay. Reach the left fingertips forward, right hip back. We're going to come to our triangle pose. Get broad through the collarbone. And then look down at your left foot. We're going to bring our hands down to frame our front foot and come into low lunge. Bend into the front knee. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Step back to plank. Plant your left palm under your nose. Side plank. Peel your right arm up. Drop your back knee if you'd like to. Lift your hips. Take any variation you'd like. Find breath, find balance, find strength, all in this pose. Take your right arm up and over your head if you want to. You can also come into wild thing. Take the ball of your right foot behind your left calf. Lift your heel and lift your chest. We'll meet in child's pose. You can roll your forehead back and forth a little bit here. Maybe take your hands back by your heels if that feels good. We're going to meet back in downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky when you're ready. Look to the top of the mat, bring your feet to your hands. Lengthen halfway and fold as you exhale. Come all the way up, reach up high. Palms come to the heart, mountain pose. This time we'll plant our right foot and take our left knee into our chest, finding your stork. And then with control, And slowly find warrior two. Nice wide stance. Chest faces forward, hips face forward. So your hips are open here. Gazing this time over your right fingertips for a few breaths. Press into both feet. Find stillness. Flip your front palm. Peaceful warrior. Reach back. Extended side angle. Left arm up and over the head. Keep your warrior 2 feet. Come back through center. Warrior 2. Straighten the front knee. Triangle pose. Reach, 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 and then tilt. Rotate left shoulder over right and reach up. Look down at your right foot. Bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Come onto the ball of the left foot and bend into the right knee. Low lunge. And then step the right foot back to meet the left. Plank. Take the right palm under your nose. Tip your heels to the right and peel your left arm up. Find your variation. You can try star pose here. Right? Or maybe you can even grab the toe, left toe, and send it up high. You can try wild thing here. Lots of options. And when you're ready for child's pose, come to child's. Okay?
Yeah, you do.
Walk your hands back towards your body. We're going to sit in hero's pose for a moment. So you can sit on your heels, or you can bring a block or a bolster under your tailbone for a little more support. And then hands come to the thighs, sit up tall, draw the crown of your head up. Come back onto hands and knees, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. So we're gonna come into a squat. I'm gonna turn to face you so you can see how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take a little jump forward to Malasana or garland pose. So looking to the top of the mat, I'll bend into my knees. And then as I jump, I'll take my feet to the outside of my pinkies. Dropping the tailbone down. Get there however you'd like to get there. And if this is not great for your knees or your ankles, take that bolster and put it under your tailbone and sit on the bolster. Or blankets or blocks. Or you can always come all the way down onto your tailbone and find your garland pose like this. So stepping the feet out wide, the entire perimeter of the foot is on the ground here. Shoulder blades are drawing together. You can also come all the way onto your tailbone. There you go. See if you can bring your awareness and your attention to the external rotation in your hips. Option to stay here. If you'd like to practice crow pose with me today, I'll walk you through it. A home practice is a great place to practice crow because you've got pillows and blankets and all kinds of good stuff, which is how I learned it, by putting a blanket in front of my head. So take a pillow in front of your head if you don't normally practice crow, because you're going to have to tilt forward more than you think you're going to have to tilt forward. Planting your palms down, bring your toes together to touch. And then spread the fingers wide and press your weight into your palms to see how that feels. I like to bring my knees super high, like almost into the armpits, because then when the knees start to slide down, you have a little wiggle room. Start to shift the weight forward, but don't lift your toes. So go back and forth on the toes a little bit. Shift the weight forward. Maybe you want to lift one toe, maybe the other one. The pillow is right there to catch you if needed. And then once both toes are up, see if you can peel the heels closer to the hips. Finding a little balance here, you can land back in Balasana. And when you're finished playing with your crow pose, we'll all meet in child's pose. Let's come back to down dog. Walk hands to the back of the mat, forward fold at your feet. And then roll up slowly. Bend your knees, bend around your spine and come all the way up to a standing position, one vertebra at a time. Once you find your standing position, spread your right toes nice and wide. Hands to the heart, pull your left knee in and find tree pose. So you know your toes can be down at your ankle, below or above your knee. If you have half lotus in your practice, you can take the outside edge of your left foot into your right hip crease. And then take your hands behind your back. See if you can grab opposite wrists or even opposite elbows. Release the bind, bring your hands back to your heart. Bring the left knee back to the chest and slowly place it down next to the right foot. Keep the breath flowing as we go to the other side. Right foot comes in, finding your balance. And then when you feel steady, you can reach back and try to grab opposite wrists or opposite elbows the other way. So the other arm is on top. Bring the right knee back in and go ahead and replace it on the mat. Make sure you're at the back of your mat now. Next time you inhale, reach for the sky. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back, long spine. Exhale to fold. Do that again. Inhale to come up. Empty your lungs to dive down. Lengthen halfway to prepare. Exhale to fold. Let's walk our hands to the top of the mat. Find your high plank. If you'd like to take another flow, go ahead and take another flow here or come straight to down dog. This time your right leg's gonna come up high. Little yoga trick here. Take the right knee to the left elbow. Now straighten the right knee, come onto the knife edge of your right foot and come into fallen triangle, peeling the left arm up. Lift the hips, lift the hips, lift the hips. Maybe take the back leg up and let it fly. Maybe. And then come back to down dog splits, right leg high. Pigeon pose, come forward. Find your pigeon. And if your hip is popped, does that hurt your knee?
Yeah.
All right, so come into figure four if that hurts your knee. Flip onto your back and take your right ankle across your left thigh, just like we did before. And you can leave your foot down, and you have to drop your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that okay to pull it in?
Mm-hmm.
So that's figure four. Otherwise, you'll be in resting half pigeon, maybe with a bolster or blanket under this right hip. Come up onto your palms. Or if you're on your back, come up and make your way into your down dog. So one way to do that is to tuck the toes, lift the back knee, step back, pedal your feet out, take some movement, maybe go through another flow if you're feeling it. And then this time, left leg's gonna float up. We're gonna do the same thing. With control, bring the left knee to touch the right elbow, twist, and then straighten the left knee. Come onto the knife edge of your left foot and peel the right arm up. Fall in triangle. Maybe the back foot comes up as well for a star pose variation. And then make your way to your pigeon. Maybe on your back, maybe with props. Does that side bother you too? Yeah. Okay. So you can leave your foot down or you can pull it in, whatever makes more sense. Let's start coming up onto our palms. Make your way back to your down dog. Arriving in down dog to pedal your feet out. And this is Jim's favorite down dog. Why is this your favorite down dog?
It's the last down dog of our practice.
It's the last down dog of our practice. He says that you love that one.
My favorite phrase.
Your favorite phrase. Just for that, come into plank and go through a flow. And then we'll meet on hands and knees and swing your feet around. Let's take a little bit of a yin butterfly to regain our breath. The soles of the feet together, heels out wide. You can take the bolster in front of you if you'd like, because you're going to fold over it.
Okay.
So bring it onto your feet. Yeah. And then round your spine, drop your head. Wherever your head lands, It might be close to the bolster. It might be all the way on your heels. There you go. You might need more than one bolster. That's fine too. So as you come into this shape of a C with your spine, maybe you can feel your back body really rising as you take those deep, full breaths. So you can notice how the lungs inflate through the front of the body and the back of the body. And then roll yourself back up. Take your hands behind you, facing your body, soles of the feet to the ground. Let the knees rock all the way from one hip to the other hip. And then we're going to take our revolved head to knee pose. So the right leg will come out, and then the left heel is going to come back by the left hip, as long as that doesn't bother your knee. If that bothers your knee, take a tree pose with your leg. Right. And you can bring a block under the floating knee too. And then take your right arm, bring it to the inside of your right leg. Peel your left shoulder back, peel it back, peel it back. Now take your left arm up and over, reach for your right toes. They probably won't touch, that's okay. So sink into this, press your left hip down. Lengthen through the left side body. Encourage length through the ribs of the left side of your body. Maybe close your eyes, see if you can find a bit of softness here as you allow yourself to sink into it and grow longer. And draw yourself back up through center. If the left foot isn't already on the inside of the right thigh, bring it there. And then rotate your torso over your extended leg. Take your arms out to a T. We're going to take eagle arms. So right arm under left, or you can grab opposite shoulders. Lift the elbows up, long spine, fold over your extended leg. Come back up to neutral. Go ahead and unwind. And we'll do this on the other side. So assuming your knee feels okay, you can take the right heel by the right hip, or you can take tree leg again. And you can bring the knee under the block under your floaty knee. Left hand to the inside of the left leg, pull the right shoulder back, reach the right arm up and over towards the left foot. And then slowly pull yourself back up to a neutral spine. Come into that tree leg position if you're not already there. Take your torso and center it over your extended leg. Arms out wide, left arm under right, palms come together, lift your elbows. And then as you exhale, lengthen your spine and fold head to knee pose. Come back up, unwind the arms, take them behind you. We'll take the legs out in front of us one more time. We're gonna take a modified boat. It's my favorite kind of boat, a modified boat. So we're gonna come down onto our forearms, fingertips facing your hips. And then we'll send one leg up and then the other leg up. So you have more support here, but if you drop your heels down, you'll see that you're still kind of engaging quite a bit actually through your core muscles. So try to breathe. And then we'll drop just the left heel down to float. Bring it back up. Drop the right. Bring it back up. Exhale to drop the left. Inhale up. Take a few more of these at your own pace. And when you've had enough boat pose, drop both feet down. Sit up tall, slide your hands under your thighs and grab onto one wrist with the opposite hand. Round your spine, tuck your chin into your chest. Come into a C curve with your spine. Press your spine away from you. And then we'll start to make our way down onto our back. Rolling down, bringing your knees in with you. Give yourself a hug. And let's roll right onto our left side. Come into your fetal position, that seedling pose, knees tucked in. Reach both arms out in front of you and touch your palms together. And then as you inhale, open your right arm, drop the back of the right hand down and make T arms here. So right shoulder sinks down, knees stay over to the left. You can bring a prop under your knees if they're floating, or if you just want more support. I'm trying to increase the sensation of the twist. We've done a good bit of twisting today, so you might feel a little looser, a little more able to intensify the rotation. And And then knees come to neutral. Same thing on the other side. Come into your little seedling shape, palms together in front of you, elbows straight. Next time you breathe in, big breath in to open the arm. Drop it down. Rotate the right and the left shoulder blades so that they're touching the mat. And then close your palms back together. Come onto your back one last time and take any movement that you like at the end of class. So that can be happy baby. That can be maybe if you'd like to take a little waterfall pose for a few breaths, fish pose, anything you feel like we missed. You might want to have a bound angle, reclined bound angle. As we prepare for our final rest, go ahead and take whatever you need here. And then make your way into final rest. If you'd like to bring a prop under your knees, you can do that. Cover yourself with a blanket. Whatever it is, give yourself full permission to melt down and to rest both your mind and your body. Take that final scan of your body and enjoy your Shavasana. I will be back in just a couple minutes. Start to deepen your breath. Begin to take some movement through your ankles and your wrists. Allow your head to rock from side to side. And then draw your knees in towards you. And take an easy roll onto your right side. When you're ready to come to a seat, make your way up to a comfortable seat, legs crossed at the top of the mat, sitting up tall, bringing your hands together at your heart. We'll share a final breath together. Take a breath in. Let a breath go. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming to your mat and for continuing to support us. Namaste.
Namaste, Beth.
Namaste, husband.
Namaste.
Thank you.